All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1035, Smith case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Smith, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Buckle up, guys, because this case wastes no time dropping bombs. We open with the mother walking into court not just asking for more child support, but exposing her ex for allegedly starring in adult films. And not just any films. She claims they were filmed in their own bed. What starts as a financial dispute spirals into a bizarre mix of personal betrayal and NSFW side hustles. The father's response? Denial, sort of. He shrugs off her accusations, saying it's not cheating if it's filmed. This isn't just a child support modification hearing. It's a full-on exposé. The courtroom tension is instantly thick, and you can tell Judge Vonda B is already over the drama. The audience is hit with a mix of shock and curiosity. Is he lying, or is she reaching? One thing's for sure, this is no ordinary custody case.
No.
Well, good morning. I come here today to try to get his child support raised.
Okay.
We have one child, and I believe that he has some income that he's actually not reporting. We kind of try to make it work not too long ago, and when I was at his house, I found a bunch of pornographic movies.
What do you mean make it work?
We've been separated for a long time. Our son's 11.
Okay.
But we kind of got back together, and he has a bunch of like pornographic movies in his house.
I'm afraid you're going to stab yourself in the eye with that pen.
Sorry.
I just don't want you to do that.
He's the main character on the movies with all these different women. And he is saying that that I can't be mad at him. It's not cheating if he's making porn. And some of them are in our bed. And I said, well, it doesn't work like that. You can't, just because you're filming doesn't mean it's not cheating. And I said, you have to be getting paid for it to actually be a porn star. And he said he was getting paid for them. And there's tons of them. So I feel like.
So you believe he's getting paid from that?
And plus his business, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's almost close to 100,000, give or take, like maybe 10 to 15.
Okay.
So I feel like I get a measly $600 a month from him. I feel like
so
something's
that's how
not
much
right.
his child support is
Currently.
set at right now?
Yes.
Okay.
We went through mediation at the child support office.
Yeah.
So, but that was, you know, he's
How long ago was that?
He's 11, and I guess 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
he was little.
That has been a while. You've been way overdue for a modification for a number of reasons. So about this income, is what she's saying true? Does it include that?
Well, it's payment in one way or another.
Is a yes or a no?
No, ma'am, I'm not getting paid technically.
So that means you're lying and
So
you're
you're
cheating
doing it
on
for
me.
free? Well, you know what? Never mind. That's not my business. I'm sorry. That's not my business. So your business, where you do make the money, she's talking about the $100,000. Do you make $100,000?
No, ma'am, I have.
It gets even crazier here. The mother doubles down, saying there are thousands of DVDs featuring her ex, and that he's the main character. The implication? He's been hiding income, possibly a whole second career. But when pressed, the father insists he's not making a dime from it. The judge immediately shuts down any suggestion of issuing subpoenas for adult content, making it clear she's not about to flip through evidence from Spouse Gone Wild. Still, the mother's not letting go. Her claim that there's a massive pile of tapes makes you wonder if even a fraction of it is true. Where's the money? The courtroom walks a fine line between messy personal history and real legal concern. Judge Vonda B draws a hard line. No proof, no case. But everyone's thinking the same thing. What's really hiding behind all those DVDs?
85 to 90,000 on the high end on a good year.
Okay. All right. What is it that you do?
I'm a mechanic.
Mechanic. Okay. All right. So you said 90 on the high end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, is there any way that we could subpoena his financial records for the porn thing?
Well, you can. I'm not going to do a subpoena on anything like that. I don't want to see it. Yeah, you can do that though. Yeah, if it exists, you can do that, but subpoenas aren't free. So I hope you know exactly what it is that you're looking for.
Well, there's so many of them, and he told me that he's getting paid for them, and there's thousands, not hundreds,
Okay.
thousands of DVDs with him in there on our bed.
I'll tell you what, once you find some sort of income, some paper trail that shows that, then if you were to bring it back in court, we could entertain it then. But as of today, unless you have some sort of proof that shows that he has income from that, and unless he tells me otherwise, I can't really go off of that. I can only go off of what he told me. And he said 90,000 on the high end. I think you're in pretty good shape. What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom? Mm-hmm. And she's 11?
He is
11?
Uh-huh.
He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But,
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to.
Now, this part right here is where the case takes a sharp turn, from scandalous to downright frustrating. Judge Vonda asks a simple question. What do you do for work? The mom answers, nothing. That's right. She's 100% unemployed, lives with her own mother, and get this, she's proud of it. Judge Vonda tries to reason with her, pointing out that the child is 11 and in school, so there's no excuse for her not to have a job. But the mom stands firm, rent-free, food-free, and absolutely zero plans to contribute financially. It's the kind of entitlement that grinds the gears of anyone who's ever worked a 9 to 5. The court isn't just witnessing financial irresponsibility, it's watching someone brag about it. Judge Vonda holds her composure, but the message is loud and clear. Refusing to work doesn't win you sympathy in her courtroom.
It's free, my food is free. My mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. I'm not going to go there with you today because you can, obviously you're able to work.
I'm able, but I don't want to.
And you should work, but again, that has nothing to do with me today. What we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? So your income has increased. It's increased about almost $400. So based on you saying that you receive about $90,000 on the high end, it brings your gross to about $7,500, which your net is $5,465.22. That would bring, health insurance. Who covers health insurance?
I do.
And how much is that?
It's $110 a month.
Okay, 110. So what I'm going to do is give you credit actually for the health insurance coverage for the child. So that would slightly bring your child support down. And monthly, yes.
Here's where the legal gears finally kick into motion. Judge Vonda starts doing the math, using the father's claimed annual income of $90,000 to rework his child support payments. With deductions and health insurance accounted for, the new monthly payment is set at $1,093. It's a significant bump from the old agreement, and one that's long overdue considering the original order was made almost a decade ago. The mother, however, isn't satisfied. She wants more, and believes she deserves it, despite contributing absolutely nothing. Judge Vonda remains focused, explaining that everything is based on verified income, not speculation. You can feel the tension as financial reality clashes with personal expectations. This isn't about wants, it's about facts, and the law isn't on her side without proof. This moment is all logic, no emotion, and it hits hard.
Slightly. It's still expensive. $1,093 a month is what he would pay in child support.
That's it?
That's it. Well, it would be more if you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
Your Honor.
Ma'am, no.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. I'm basing his child support increase off of what it is that he makes. Nothing
He
more.
makes more than
nothing
that.
Until you bring me something in here to show me that, that's what I'm going to base it off of.
Your Honor,
and again, you can work.
Can
so
I say
suggest,
something?
No,
Please.
ma'am. Only thing I need you to say is, Miss Vonda B, I'm going to go find me a job. That's all I want to hear. If it's anything else other than that, I'm not entertaining it. Pertaining to what I just said, do you have any questions?
I will go look for a job. But please,
Great.
Please hear me out on one thing.
What is it? Make it quick.
I promise you I'll make it quick. Let's say that you have a battery-operated vibrator.
You know what?
What?
We're done
Yeah.
right there. We're done. Is there anything further
You're
from
about
you,
to
sir?
climax.
Okay. Well,
The
ma'am-
batteries go out.
Okay, thanks.
That's him.
Okay, great. Let me tell you what we're going to do. You all are done, and if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. Thank you.
Now here's where everything completely derails. The mother, still fuming about the support amount, throws all courtroom decorum out the window with one of the most jaw-dropping analogies you'll ever hear. She compares her ex to a broken vibrator and launches into an awkward, explicit rant that has Judge Vonda shutting her down immediately. At this point, the hearing is no longer about child support. It's about saving the court from further embarrassment. Judge Vonda does not entertain foolishness, and you can see her patience run out in real time. What started as a legitimate legal case ends with pure chaos. The courtroom quickly transitions from authority to absurdity, and there's no coming back. This isn't just disrespectful, it's a total loss of credibility. When the judge says, "We're done," she means it. Court is adjourned, and not a moment too soon.